Moving on to quite the predicament out in the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers, who have been under 500 majority of the season, all of the season, have finally reached 500. They are 37 and 37 currently with their last night win over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with the Mavs loss, they have moved to the eighth seed in the Western Conference. The Los Angeles Lakers, who have been riding the back of Anthony Davis right now. Austin Reeves has had a coming out party. Um, Getting great play from other guys like Lonnie Walker tonight, uh, Dennis Schroeder. Jared Vanderbilt has been a godsend as that forward that can play defense and play big time there. But Anthony Davis had 37 points and 16 rebounds against the Thunder tonight in a 116-111 win. I believe Lonnie Walker had 20 points. So to get that consistency from the Lakers right now, especially at the end of the season, everything seems to be clicking right, and they have moved into the play-in spot. Can they get out of that? It's possible. The Western Conference is real tight right now. I believe there's only a couple games separating what, eighth and fourth. So a good stretch here for the Lakers, especially winning three in a row, including tonight's game, moving into the A spot. That's good for the Lakers, Anthony Davis. And then potentially with LeBron returning, of course, we know LeBron, he's trying to come back. I believe Chris Haynes said that there's no time. I believe Chris Haynes said that there's a timetable for him to return. And LeBron's doing everything that he can get back on the court. A lot of people are suggesting that he might be coming in the last season, the last week of the season. So to see that happening for the Lakers at the right time, if they get a healthy LeBron James heading into the playoffs, that opens up the door for the Lakers in the Western Conference for sure, especially the way Anthony Davis is playing. The Lakers are 9-7 without LeBron. At some point, they were 6-7. So to get that 3-game win streak there and position themselves as the eighth seed in the Western Conference, kudos to the Lakers. They're putting it together at the right time, and especially when there's so much instability in the Western Conference. You got the injuries to Kevin Durant. You got the Suns reeling. DeAndre Ayton has been out as well. The Lakers beat them the previous game, and another big game for Anthony Davis. So to see that, um, Clippers, Paul George just went down, unfortunately. Hopefully he's okay. It's a knee sprain. He's going to come back at some point, but that definitely does hurt the Lakers. The Warriors have been up and down, but they've been able to put together some good games. I'll get into that in a little bit. Um, the Kings, of course, everyone thinks that they're a weak team out west. Karl Anthony Towns just came back to Minnesota. All these things happen in the Western Conference. The Lakers have finally been in position to do that, and they're kind of like the big bad wolf now, hiding in sheep's clothing, trying to figure out a way to get out of the play-in. And if the Lakers can do that after the season they had, kudos to them. Kudos to them for sure. Moving on here, with them staying in the same subject here, we have the Mavericks dropping 117 to the Hornets. 117, losing 117 to 109 against the Hornets. And that's just crazy because the Hornets are basically a dumpster fire. Especially with LaMelo Ball shattering his ankle, being out for the rest of the season. They're a lottery team. They're not really trying to win. PJ Washington gets 28. Gordon Hayward gets 25 points. And it's like, I know the Mavs have struggled defensively with Kyrie Irving, but losing to the Hornets like that, that's crazy. Especially that's just a bad loss. I believe they're in the 11th place right now, out of the play-in. So, and they're 7-12 since the Kyrie trade. Not what they envisioned. They thought they were going to get an extra boost with their offense. They're going to make enough shots. They play too slow. Luka Doncic dribbles the ball. He had 34, 10, and 8 tonight. And they lose nearly by double digits. So you're giving up that defensive impact that they had with Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jalen Brunson, even though those guys aren't household names like a Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and stuff like that. They did provide those energy plays and defense and tough play that is desperately missing. And especially a Mavs team that does not have rim protection. They're going to put Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving on them islands. And they're going to go right through them and go and score. And that's what a lot of teams are doing. A lot of teams are figuring out. I believe with the Luka and Kyrie, I believe the Mavericks are only 3-7. So to put that in perspective, that's not really good. And the Mavericks are in trouble, although this was a shot in the dark trying to bluster Luka's playoff hopes and seeing what they can do. It looks like it's falling flat. And that's been a big worry of Dallas. They've always had a star like that, especially when they had Dirk Nowitzki late. I'm comparing this now. But they had Dirk Nowitzki late after that championship and really didn't put anything together around him to lost his championship playoff hopes. Luka Doncic, I said before the season that the Mavericks, I think I said they were going to be an 8th seed. And I said it was, and I believe I said it was similar to LeBron's, did I say 2008 season, where he's going to put up a lot of points, do a lot of things, and he's just going to fall in the playoffs. And that's what it was on the verge of. But now with this move, their defense slipping again, guys attacking Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, it looks like they can potentially miss the playoffs and then possibly be in those spots with the Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers and really miss the playoffs and really be out of that. So that is something very impactful out west. The Lakers move up, of course. So to see Dallas struggling like this after the big swing right there, and it looks like it's going to be a failure at this point. They're running out of time. They're in the play-in. That's putting more pressure on Luka Doncic. That's putting more pressure on Kyrie Irving, who just came in. That's putting a lot of pressure on Jason Kidd, who has been a good coach so far in Dallas and has really put some things together and really helped that defense. But now just to see that he doesn't have those defensive tools at the rim protection or anything like that, all they are is offense. If their offense is off, they're not going to win a lot of games. So that's the nature of the beast right here for the Mavericks, and it doesn't look like they're going to figure it out. But the Lakers moving up, Mavericks moving down. It's going to be interesting and tight out west all the way until the end. That is going to be a dogfight, and that's what the NBA season wanted. That's what everybody wanted in the NBA season. Although it's happening a lot because of injuries and stuff like that. Regardless of that, we're getting high competitive play. We're getting good basketball, and it's going to be close right down to the last day of the NBA season.